guys, welcome back to another PBR battle, and in this one I'm using yet another new pass. I guess I should just go ahead and unveil all these new passes like first, and then I'll just get back to all my old guys. I'll do like 1 or 2 battles with my new guys, and then I will, throw in and then once you guys know all my new passes, then I'll just mix them into all my old battlers too. So anyway, this is a pass made for a very special someone that most of you know the name, but whatever. Anyway, if you're watching, then yay, you're really good at making teams, I swear, because I actually do really well with this one. So yeah. Anyway, aside from that, anyway, I just don't know if I'm embarrassing her or not, but whatever. Anyway, we got Hypno, Chimecho, Ivysaur, Kabutops, or Kabutops as the narrator calls it. I actually think that sounds a little bit cooler, Kabutops. I don't know why. It's kind of like how I think Scyther sounds a lot cooler than Scyther. Like when you've got no emphasis on the T sound. But anyway, that is Starlight the Ledian, and Rosemary the Ivysaur. I thought really good nicknames, but I have help with these nicknames. I can't come up with this stuff on my own. I do pride myself on my good nicknaming skills, but once I got to the point, like when I was leaving and I started making, newer passes back then, my creativity for nicknaming was just shot back then, so I just ended up stopping nicknaming. But don't worry, actually, all the passes that weren't nicknamed back then are actually nicknamed now, so that's really cool. Anyway, here we go again. Here's an example of how Tailwind is sort of influencing my strategies now. I use Ledian. Yeah, Ledian uses Tailwind, and then I go for Protect with Ivysaur, and then I go for Focus Blast with Ledian on Staraptor, and then I go right here. Here's what I was thinking. Right here, I was really terrified of this Starmie, and I remembered that in the team selection screen that they had a a Swampert. And I know that Swamperts are like beasts, and they're really hard to kill with anything other than grass-type moves. So I was really having a ton of trouble deciding on what move I should use to kill it. But since it's 4 times weaker to grass than anything else, so I thought that I wouldn't really need Solar Beam. So I use my Power Herb to become fully charged, and then Solar Beam goes off, and thankfully knocks out Starmie in one shot. The Ivysaur is kind of, Rosemary is kind of risky to use, just because, I don't have a Focus Sash. I always feel a lot more comfortable if I have a Focus Sash on a non-fully evolved guy, but they can still work if you use the right moves. But anyway, I go for Protect right here. Just expect a lot of protecting in this battle, because that kind of decided the battle, just lots of Protect hacks. But anyway, I Protect, and then his Torterra protects also for some reason. I'm not really sure why he did that, but he protects. I go for Bug Buzz with my Swarm ability. It's a lot more powerful now. And Brave Bird goes for Staraptor, and then Staraptor misses Ivysaur because I protected. So anyway, I lose the Tailwind, but I already know that Ledian is insanely fast, so I just stay in with Ledian. But then I figured I might as well swap in someone else to take the Brave Bird, because I need Ivysaur alive. Because I was just so terrified of the possibility of Swampert in here that I knew that I really needed to keep Ivysaur alive. So anyway, I swap out Ivysaur for Helmet the Kabutops, or Kabutops, whatever, and just to take the Brave Bird. So come on, past me, swap already, thank you. I had a lot of trouble, just deciding what to do in this fight. This is another example of me being overly cautious, but I guess it's good to be cautious. The only thing I could recommend is that you be cautious, but not over-predicting, because over-predicting can get you killed. Alright, anyway, Bug Buzz, for some weird reason, it didn't knock out Torterra. I was really surprised at that point, but it didn't knock out Torterra, and then Staraptor goes for another Brave Bird. Does actually pretty decent damage to Kabutops, and then for some reason he went for Leech Seed. I don't know why he did that. he went for Leech Seed to absorb my one hit, and if that had missed, then I would have been in an even better position because I could knock out his Torterra, and then I'd still have, you know, I'd still have Ledian available to throw up the Tailwind again. But anyway, out comes Ivysaur again. Now, I just throw Ivysaur out there as bait because I know that he's going to go for Ivysaur with Brave Bird, because that's pretty much all he's been using this entire time. But, hold on, it's actually been a while since I've seen this. Let me see what happens here. I think that, I don't remember what happens here, I'm sorry. It's probably been like a month or so since I've seen this fight, or maybe not a month, but it's definitely been a while since I've seen this fight. So I throw out Ivysaur, I go for a Protect, and then I knew that I could take out the Torterra with a good old Aqua Jet, because Kabutops, that's just how he rolls. Alright, anyway. Alright, Staraptor protects for some reason. He was probably expecting like Stone Edge or Rock Slide or something, so then I Protect. See what I mean about lots of Protect hacks here? Anyway, they go with Protect, and I get an Aqua Jet off and knock out Torterra, which was good because he needed to die. And anyway, Torterra just walk it off, and then he falls over. That's what I want to know. If you're a giant turtle and you weigh like 600 pounds, why would you fall over to the side? Wouldn't it be better if you just like kind of and you just fell down? Anyway, at this point, now that I knew that he had Electivire instead of Swampert, I knew that I didn't really need to hold on to Ivysaur anymore. So at this point, I just decided that it would be best if Ivysaur just was done and over with, because then I can bring in Groupie the Mightyena. Groupie, because they hunt in packs. And anyway, Staraptor goes for Close Combat. See what I mean about Protect hacks? Really, Protect is the best move in the history of good moves. Anyway, I get a lucky critical on Electivire with Energy Ball, and then Electivire goes for Attract. So apparently they thought that they doubted their own Staraptor. They doubted their own Staraptor's abilities to, you know, knock me out with Close Combat, so they tried to Attract me, instead of just Thunder Punching me and then, like, Brave Birding something else. But whatever. Anyway, I knock out Electivire with an Aqua Jet, which is really good. I was kind of worried that that one wouldn't get knocked out by it, but then Staraptor goes for Brave Bird, and sadly knocks out Rosemary. No! How dares you! Alright, anyway, he takes a ton of damage from Recoil, and that's actually sort of what cost him the fight, is just that recoil damage. And out comes Groupie the Mightyena. Now this Mightyena is just amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this Mightyena. Let's see here. He's pretty much a Howl Sweeper. He's got Protect, Fire Fang to deal with Steel types, Howl, and Sucker Punch. Now, if you have a Mightyena, Sucker Punch is just like essential to any set on Mightyena. Seriously, I would, unless you're doing some other kind of strategy, I wouldn't go with Crunch, and I'd just get Sucker Punch. But anyway, Howl brings my attack up to 210, which is pretty impressive for just a Mightyena. You know, one of those little starter guys like at the beginning of Ruby and Sapphire. But anyway, go for Sucker Punch, and then I know that I had this battle in the bag, so I just go ahead and just go for priority moves. And then Aqua Jet goes off, a little bit faster than Mightyena. Doesn't quite knock it out, but then Sucker Punch finishes the job. So yeah, that team is really good. And in case you're wondering, you're never going to see the Chimecho because I actually never end up using it. And before I ever use it, I actually end up getting a new member for this team. It ends up being a Tyranitar, which is pretty nice. And I've actually never used that either, so yeah, sorry about that. You've yet to see those the Tyranitar. So anyway, I'll see you in the next battle.